It's another day, the sun is shining. Got to know what's going on around you. Wake up, it's the time to motivate your mind. Come with me, let's make this moment brighter. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Hey.
Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise. We're up dead early on a wet Friday. We're so grateful that you can join us. My name is Mark Daniel.
And I'm Gabrielle Gardner, and a happy Friday to you.
I say happy Friday to you. Get out the umbrellas and the raincoats and the rain boots because
No,
it's-
rain, go away.
Go away, huh? It's looking like it might be dead vet. We got to ask brother Godfrey what's going on with the weather this weekend. But so happy you can join us. It's the end of a week. This week felt very long. I don't know if it's last week was a short week and now we're here. It's Friday again. But how was your week?
Busy. It even though it feels long, it feels like, what happened? It's Friday. So I think it was a very busy week for me, but definitely enjoyable. I wasn't as sick. I feel much better than I was feeling, so I'll take it. I'll take it as an improvement on last week.
Are you a bush medicine person?
Yes.
There you go, because Grammy they teach us all the little tricks now. You got the sour sea and the croton leaf and the hot lard and the paper bag on the floor. There's a lot of things you can do.
I am, but I'm actually pretty basic when it comes to my holistic measures. I sit in the sun,
Okay.
and I go in the ocean.
There you
And if I could get my hands on some Saphirre, that's great.
Yeah.
Otherwise, just zinc and vitamin C. I was literally eating mangoes, and they were making me feel better. So I don't know.
Yeah, and it's the time, you should eat the fruits that are in season at the place where you live. So like right now, I've been on a mango binge the past week. My brother-in-law dropped off some mangoes. I swear I've been eating mangoes morning, noon, and night. I'm almost turning orange.
Into a mango.
Exactly, right? I can just survive off mangoes all the time. I can't wait for the sour sops are coming in, sugar apples coming in, avocado. This is what you should be doing, people. Eat the food that grows around you. And if nothing growing around you, then what you need to do, you need to grow some food.
Actually, that reminds me that we had the Tourism Development Corporation here earlier this week, and they were talking about the fact that they have a special farmers market going on tomorrow at Aryauna-Skye, and we're actually going to have local chefs doing a live demonstration or competition with the produce that those local farmers would have brought. So hopefully they don't get rained out tomorrow.
That's all right.
And come on down.
Hungry belly ain't scared of rain. We got a great show for you today. Guess what? Father's Day is coming up, and we want you to enter our father-child look-alike contest. You're going to please email the photos of your father, along with you as a son or daughter, to sparker@tclbahamas.com, and please include a phone number. And the finalists will be asked to appear on the show Monday, June 19th at 6:30 a.m. to receive prizes. The deadline for entry is Thursday, June 15th. This is always a great competition. Get a picture of your daddy and send it in. We want to see who look like they pa.
Are you going to enter?
Yes, because I look like my pa.
Oh, I thought you were going to enter your children, but that makes sense.
They also look like they pa.
It's time to celebrate those strong genes.
I know, right? So yes, we got a great show coming up. Evangelistic Temple is here to tell us about their One Sound conference, and Bahamas Lawn Tennis Association is here to talk about several upcoming competitions.
We'll also bring you an interview from the late Honorable George Smith from 2021 discussing our 48th independence. And we're going to check out Rollezz Villas in Cat Island. TCL also invites you to the Andros Business Outlook coming up Thursday, June 15th at BAMSI in Andros. The conference will be hybrid. You can join virtually for $50 or in person for $80. Register today at tclevents.com. And now let's check on weather with Godfrey Burnside.
Thank you, Gabrielle. Good morning, Bahamas. A wet pattern in store for the next several days as we have moist and stable air mass along a mid to upper level trough that's go over the islands, and that will be around us until about Monday with some showers and thunderstorms. Some of those showers heavy at times, thunderstorms severe at times, mainly across the central and southeastern islands. So today, we look at a mix of sun and clouds, hot, still humid, with a few showers, isolated thunderstorms across the northwest Bahamas, mostly cloudy with widely scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms across the central and southeastern islands. As they indicated, those showers becoming heavy at times, those thunderstorms severe at times, and will be causing some severe flooding in those particular areas. Your high temperature 89 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with a few nighttime showers, even a thunderstorm possible in northwest Bahamas, mostly cloudy skies with scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms over the central and southeastern islands. Your low temperature going down to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And some regional highs and lows across the Caribbean, Barbados 90 and 80, in Jamaica 88 and 81, in Trinidad 87 and 76, and the Turks and Caicos Islands 88 and 74. Across North America, Atlanta 84 and 59, in Boston 63 and 52, in Miami 87 and 76, Dallas, Texas 92 and 71, and Toronto, Canada 66 and 55. As you go to the weekend, yes, that moist and stable air mass along with some troughing will continue with the variable cloudiness, still hot and humid, with a few showers, isolated thunderstorms, temperature daytime being near the 90-degree mark, at nighttime in the mid-70s. That puts a wrap on your first look at the weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Gabrielle.
Thanks, Godfrey. Evangelistic Temple will host the One Sound Worship Conference featuring renowned pastor William McDowell next weekend. Here to tell us more are Dexter Kerkulah, Minister of Music at Evangelistic Temple, and Shari Hall, Business Administrator at Evangelistic Temple. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning. Good morning.
So Dexter, tell me, what is the purpose of this conference?
So we are excited to host our ever first worship conference here at Evangelistic Temple. And the purpose for it is for this platform here at Evangelistic Temple that we have our featured guest, Pastor William McDowell, to bring worshipers all across in the Bahamas, the islands of the Bahamas, to bring worship teams, fine arts departments, music departments to come together to worship, lifting up one sound on our Friday night, and also having our Saturday morning as well workshop where persons get to smaller environment but an intimate teaching. Also, Pastor William McDowell will be doing that teaching on Saturday as well.
Okay. Shari, tell us a little bit about the concert that's happening Friday night. We know Bahamians, we like music. What can everyone look forward to?
I think we can definitely look forward to an awesome worship experience. We all know, well, most of us know, I give myself away, withholding nothing, those popular songs from Minister William McDowell. And so, like for me, I've been on YouTube all week just playing everything, all his songs, just getting ready for it. So I think you'll definitely look forward to an awesome worship experience.
And in terms of the actual sessions on Saturday, is it primarily Minister McDowell, or are other persons going to be sharing? What can people anticipate?
Yeah, so I'm glad you asked that. And so Pastor William McDowell will be teaching primarily on worship.
Okay.
And so people ask the question, well, I'm not on the worship team, I don't sing, does this include me? It includes anybody.
Yeah.
So if you want to deepen your understanding of worship, you just want a teaching on worship, we're inviting persons to come out on the Saturday morning session as well.
And what are the hours for that?
So the Saturday morning session on June 17th, that'll be 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's kind of obvious to me. I'm familiar with his music.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's got some incredible songs, just a really gifted, worship leader. But why did you choose William McDowell?
For me, I think Pastor William McDowell is a worshiper at heart. I feel as if his music is very pure and very consistent.
Yeah.
Over the past, I would say 10 years, the music he's produced has been definitely consistent. We know about fads, things come and go, but the music has definitely been consistent, and I think we will definitely benefit from this night of worship, this 2-day conference, night of worship, leading into the Saturday morning session here at Evangelistic Temple for the conference.
And have you ever engaged with him or worked with him in the past, or is this the first time that he will be coming to Evangelistic Temple?
So I have personally had an opportunity to go to a few conferences in Orlando, Florida, where his church is. And so I've had a few conferences, been to a few conferences there. And so I think we'll definitely be in for a good treat. Yeah.
Now, so if somebody wants to attend, is there a registration cost? What does that process look like?
Well, we are currently selling tickets at our church's office just down the hill, 4th Terrace. The Friday night, we have VIP, $55, general admission, $35. And for the Saturday, we have, it's $25 for the workshop. Now, we also have bundles. So if you want to attend both general and the workshop, that's $35. That's $50. And the VIP bundle is $70. And we also have for groups of more than 10. So if your church group wants to come, your music ministry wants to attend, we also have a group rate of $40 for more than 10 persons.
And what's the response been like so far? You know, have you heard anything from your internal church fellowship or other churches? Are you hearing enthusiasm about the event?
Yes, it's definitely been picking up in the past 2 weeks. We know, our Bahamians, we wait till the last minute. So. And so definitely this week we've had a lot more church groups coming up, a lot more persons coming in, and we also sell on Sundays in between our 2 services, 8:30 and 11.
Why is Evangelistic Temple passionate about praise and worship?
Wow.
And I'll put that to both of you.
Well, I have been attending Evangelistic Temple for 10 plus years now, and we are so known for our music. When it comes to our praise and worship, when it comes to our fine arts departments, a lot of people are known for, we are known for our music productions, especially during Christmas time.
Yes.
And so
I've been to a few of them.
Okay. So, every year when we do have our Christmas production, we are packed, full house. And so we are so known for our praise and worship. Our music is so unique as far as the different, music that we do on Sunday morning. And so I feel as if this is going to be definitely diverse as we're asking pastors to, get their praise teams together, praise and worship leaders, get your praise team together. All the music departments, we're asking persons to come out together in unity so we could lift up one sound on that Friday night and also on the Saturday morning as well. Yeah.
Any thoughts?
Yes, well, definitely, as Minister Dexter said, we have an awesome worship experience at Evangelistic Temple. I am a part of the music ministry as well, and so it's encouraging to see that we are, reaching out and bringing someone in. Usually, we attempt to go to these conferences, as he would have said, and so it's great to be a part of it, and I'm definitely looking forward to it.
And again, to the lay person who is not necessarily a worship leader, not necessarily in the choir or on the team, just remind them why this experience would be of value to them.
I'll let you take that.
Well, as you said, as someone not in music ministry, if you just enjoy, your church service, you enjoy gospel music, you want to just worship God for yourself, I think you will definitely be able to enjoy it. And just come on out, serve God, praise God. No one will be looking at you, just enjoy the experience.
And will the church's praise team be opening for William McDowell, or are we just going straight into his session?
So we're going straight into the session.
No slapping up. It sounds like people have to be on time.
Exactly. So we can know, in different church settings, sometimes praise and worship is 5, 10 minutes, 15, 30 minutes. We're going all in for Friday night. And so we told Pastor William McDowell, he's bringing his entire team, by the way. So all of his singers and musicians are coming in. And so, we told him the whole night is his. He could flow however he wants to. And so he's going to be featured for the whole night of worship on the Friday night as well. And I just want to add, someone was saying, well, I don't go to church, I'm not church, but this is for the unchurched as well. So persons who love gospel music, like Shari mentioned, they're welcome to come out. So this is not just a church event, but if you want to be a part of the gospel concert, concert, come out as well.
You and me blessed. He can sing.
Yeah.
I can attest. He can sing. Well, I wish you all the best on this event. Congratulations on all the work that you've done so far, and just hope that it's an incredible success.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on Bahamas at Sunrise.
Yes, pleasure.
And thank you for watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
With so much going on in the world today, only accepting cash at your business can be risky. Let Fidelity offer you and your customers safety, convenience, and the flexibility of a fixed or mobile terminal. Take it with you, on the move and on the go, because business should never stop. For more details, speak to one of our business development officers at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit our website at fidelitygroup.com or visit us at any of our branches.
Attention customers, next Tuesday, a major hurricane will cause complete confusion and chaos throughout the entire Bahamas. Water, phone, and internet services will be in short supply. Definite data loss is expected to all local and Family Island businesses.
Disasters don't plan ahead, but you can. Be ready with push-to-talk service that keeps you connected with your workforce with a simple push of a button. Contact the experts today at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Island.
Hi, I'm Ria Christina, and I'm super excited to be the new host of You and Your Money, local international banks that has actually been closing some of their branches. It actually gives me an opportunity to share my views, my take on the financial matters. Even when we think about what's happening globally, we still have a lot of work to do in terms of having to educate business owners as to the importance, the economic impact, and how it is that we can look at improving the Bahamian economy. $1 billion. That's how much we spend every year importing food in this country. It also gives me an opportunity to have conversations, and that's meaningful conversations with thought leaders within our community, even having to see how it is that we can work together or even the opportunities that may exist for many Bahamians. So I'm excited to be here and looking forward to the great conversations that's to come.
Andra's Business Outlook is coming to the Big Yard. Thursday, June 15th at BAMSI. We convene under the theme, Forward, Upward, Onward, Together, in celebration of the nation's 50th anniversary of independence. Keynote address by Leon Lundy, Member of Parliament for Central, South Andros, and Mangrove Key. Our moderators are Mark Daniels and Benjamin Pratt. Speakers are Latia Duncombe, Alancia Emmanuel Gator, Dr. Bernal Cardron, Dr. Gregory Miller, Prescott Smith, Dr. Jamaica Bowleg, Valentino Monroe, Sheandra Newton, Edison Sumner, Dr. Ravina Hanna, Rory Major, and Samaya Cargill. We will also have a panel discussion featuring Kerry Fountain, Lakeisha Anderson Rolle, Matthew Aubrey, and Darren Bethel. Don't miss this valuable networking opportunity. Register today at tclevents.com.
Welcome back. Bahamas at Sunrise recently visited the beautiful island of Cat Island and visited the Rollezz Villas Beach Resort. And we're going to show you that clip. Our Kari Aubrey has more.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Yvonne Rolle, and I am part owner of the beautiful Rollezz Villas Beach Resort on Cat Island, Old Bite Beach, which is one of the places that God specially set aside for just you.
Bahamas at Sunrise visited Rollezz Villas in Cat Island recently. Cat Island is an island full of charm with lots of unique sights and attractions for visitors to enjoy.
Cat Island is very unique. I think it's very different from all of the other islands. For example, we have the highest peak in the Bahamas. Our Mount Everest is here, which is 260 high, and when you climb on top of that, and overlook the city from back to front, left to right. It's a sight like you have never seen. We have the rolling hills. And not only do we have the rolling hills, we have the north side, which has complete pink sand. And you know, Cat Island is about 48 miles long. Well, you just think of pink sand going all along that side. And then you have the Caribbean, which is just beautiful, pure white sand with tranquil waters. There's colors of different colors and hues of blues. And then we have what you call the healing pond. We call that the Dead Sea. You come in it, you cannot sink. And I wish you guys have had the chance to visit it. You can go in and you can sit and you can cross your legs. We have had guests that have come here and have gone to the healing pond, have had aches and pains, and you come out ache-free. Now I can attest to that. Then we have the bat caves. You can go down into the bat cave and climb down, and there are tons of bats to see. We have lots of sites. We have the Mermaid Hole. We have up north, we have the beautiful creeks where you can bone fish. We have creeks in the south as well. So it's a haven for bone fishers as well. And not only that, this is the place where Sidney Poitier made famous. So you can go and see the site where he was born. Then we have a place where you can go and collect sea glass. It's a beautiful place to collect shells. So there's a multiple of things to do, the multiplicity of things to do here.
But the people are the greatest attraction.
The vibe of Cat Island, the people. The people are absolutely, genuinely friendly. And the atmosphere is conducive to family, to romance, to the adventurer. That's Cat Island.
Rollezz Villas boasts an authentically Bahamian flavor.
Thinking Bahamian. What Bahamian like? Most Bahamian like colors. We grew up, you know, not rich. But what was one thing our parents did? You had to go out on Saturday morning, pick the flowers, you had to bring them into the house. People colored their house brightly. And so what we wanted to do was bring the island flavor into our resort and to have a little uniqueness and have some aesthetics to it as well. So not only are the outside colorful, we are colorful on the inside, but it's not a brash colorful. It's a delightful colorful, and I can say that when guests come here, you know what they say? This is what I picture the Bahamas looking like. And so that gives us some validation that we are doing what is right for our industry here on Cat Island. My sister Margaret is very good with her hands, and so she does all of our sewing. And so in everything she puts straw on the cushions, straw on the bed heads, straw everywhere. So that's important to show a part of the Bahamian heritage.
Guests will feel safe, secure, and loved at Rollezz.
A good selling feature for us, we live here. So the guests, we are reachable to the guests anytime, night or day. And we let them know we're just a knock away. If you're having a problem, if there's anything that concerns you, we are here. So we're here to add an added safety measure to them where they feel comfortable. That's one of the things. And the other thing is, we truly love people. We truly love people, and I think when you truly love people, that emanates out of you to the people. And so you make a connection. Our secret is love people, treat them the way you would want to be treated. I always want to be treated very well like royalty. And what does the Bible say to us? Do unto others, right? So you treat them good, go over and beyond, fall down, get up, run back and find out, anticipate their needs, get to know them, and before they can ask you for something, you supply it, because you get to know the little nuances about them, and so you try to please them. It's all about pleasing your guests. And I say to people out there who want to come back home and do something, come and embrace your heritage. This is your place, Cat Island. It's going to take us as Bahamians to build it up, no matter who comes, no matter what comes. We are the people. The guests want to meet us. They want to interact with us. And so you come, but what you need to do most of all, have a love for people and have a love for service, because service is key. And that's what we are lacking in many of the places. Love the people, love them, and give great service. And one thing I want to plug in as part of our success is, it comes from the Bahamas Island Promotion Board with the promotions that they give. I can't neglect to ever say that, because they have been very instrumental in helping us with our growth. So I would say to any hotel out there, if you haven't gone to the Bahamas Island Promotion Board, run. They can only help you.
Accommodations and amenities at the property are exquisite.
Okay, the total rundown, we have a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Then we have 5 or maybe 6, 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom. They all have either kitchen or kitchenette. And then we have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. We have a restaurant. We have a little bar section, a little breakfast section off. And then to come very shortly in another month, we have a building where we're going to have our little get together in the evenings and a bar, and we are calling it the Yellow Door. On the beach, we have cabanas and we have umbrellas. We also have beach chairs, we have tables, we have hammocks, we have games that you can play like bocce as a group, we have cornball, or we have the horse game. So there's lots of stuff that you can do. We have the kayaks, we have paddle boards. So we invite you to come to Cat Island. Enjoy what Cat Island has to offer. Enjoy what Rollezz has to offer. We welcome you. We're looking forward to hosting you, man. Come.
Contact Rollezz for more information.
You can get in contact with us. Our website is www.rollezz.com, or our telephone numbers 525-4588 or 557-0005. You just call and we'll answer.
For Bahamas at Sunrise, I'm Kari Aubrey.
The Euro device is very affordable. It allows you to increase your internet connectivity. You are able to do away with the buffering, say goodbye to the dead spots. It gives them a much more stable connection. Their customers are able to view their digital menus. The establishment is able to stream. It allows for everyone, the customers and the business operators, to have a much more robust and stable internet connectivity.
the islands of the Bahamas. Fly away.
Good morning and welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. We are here at the mid-show. So happy that you're sticking with us on this Dead Vet Friday. My name is Mark Daniels.
I'm going to speak dryness to the Friday. I'm not accepting this Dead Vet Friday. I'm Gabrielle Deitner.
Yes, we rebuke the dead vetedness.
Yes, I'm sorry. I really, listen, I mean, this has become like a running joke, sort of, but it's low-key not a joke because, you know, sometimes I pray and the weather changes.
Well,
and I'm just, well, we're going to see what happens on Monday, but like, you know, I just don't accept. I have a lot of very important outside related things, so I'm just not going to accept that it's going to be a dead wet weekend.
We got to ask Godfrey for the specific meteorological terminology to pray for so that God knows to send this exact type of breeze at this angle, at this altitude to make the rain go, right?
Exactly.
All right, we can do that. We've got a great show coming up in our second half. We have the Bahamas Lawn Tennis Association here to talk about some upcoming tennis competitions.
And we'll remember the late Honorable George Smith in an interview from 2021. But before all that, we'll take a second look at weather with Godfrey Burnside.
This is Weather at Sunrise.
Thank you, Gabrielle. Good morning, Mohammed. Just a second, I got the sunrise. Mark, I don't know what she have to pray for, but anyhow, the God that we pray will give us the dryness and He will give us the wet, and you can get the wet this weekend, okay? In your tropical outlook, the tropics remain quiet and a tropical cyclone formation not expected during the next 7 days. On the local scene, a wet pattern in store weather-wise for us to the weekend. We do have that moist and stable air mass along with that mid to upper level trough with streaming moisture across the islands. The break will be in the northwest Bahamas, yes, Gabrielle, but most of the activity happened with central and southeastern islands. In your marine forecast today, those winds south to southwest at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet in northwest Bahamas, southeast to south at 15 to 20 knots, seas 4 to 6 feet over the central Bahamas, and southerly at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet over the southeastern islands. We do expect gusty winds and higher seas, locally those heavier showers and thunderstorms. On Saturday, those winds south to southwest at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 northwest Bahamas, 15 to 20 knots, sea 4 to 6 feet over the central Bahamas, and southerly again, those winds 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet over the southeastern islands. Then on Sunday, they continue southerly at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet, falling light and available at times over northwest Bahamas, east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet over the central and southeastern islands. Your tides, just low, 7:06 this morning. Next high tide will be at 1:08 this afternoon. Low gain this evening at 7:14. Sunset, 7:58 this evening, rising at 6:18. UV index 8. Your water temperature 77 degrees Fahrenheit. And your moon phase, we're now moving towards the last quarter. Your external looks at the wet pattern continues the weekend. We're going to have variable cloudiness, still hot, a little humid, with scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms, one to becoming heavier times, so those thunderstorms strong to severe times, and most of the activity will happen in the central and southeastern islands, mainly the central islands of Exuma, Cat Islands, and Salvador, Long Island, over the next several days. We're going to have some showers in the northwest, we're going to have a couple of showers in southeastern islands, so temperature daytime will be near the 90-degree mark, at nighttime in the mid-70s. That much running forward, because weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Gabrielle.
Thanks, Godfrey. We recently lost the Honorable George Smith. He's always been a friend to the show, sharing his vast knowledge and insight with us. 2 years ago, he joined us on the show to discuss the nation's 48th independence. Here's that portion of Starr's interview with him on July 9th, 2021.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. Well, as we celebrate 48 years of our country's independence, we are so delighted to sit down with the Honorable George Smith. Now, the Honorable George Smith was one of the signatories to the Bahamian Constitution and a former member of Parliament for Exuma and former member of Transport and Agricultural Fisheries, Local Government and Lands. We are so delighted to have this conversation this morning. Good morning, Mr. Smith, and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning, ma'am. It's good to be in your company. I've heard so many nice things about you.
Well, thank you.
From your esteemed father-in-law, James Palacios.
Well, if you are in his company, then I'm sure this is going to be a great interview. He's got quite the character himself, and so that tells me a lot about you already.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
All right. So Mr. Smith, I really want, as we explore this conversation, to dig into a lot of things. So I want to go back to 72. And I want you, if you can, to explain your role in that 1972 London talks that led to the creation of a nation state and the culmination of independence.
Well, you mentioned the word history, and then the struggle for vote. At one point, only the British people of British origin, and some of the whites that left the United States and settled in the Bahamas. Only they had the right to vote, provided their own property. So, in point of fact, it started off with property owners who happened to be male, who happened to be white, could vote in the Bahamas, and how that grew to men of color who had come here, freed men of color who had come here after the revolution in Haiti. So then you looked at the progress made, and the progress of the women, Mary Ingram and Doris Johnson, and many other women, to fight for the right for women to vote, and how we eked out a majority government in '67. But then in 1968 we accomplished something that was, I think, one of the major accomplishments. That was the first time in the history of the Bahamas where every person over the age of 21, by the efforts of those people I mentioned previously, got one man, one vote. Because even in 1967, the voter in New Providence could vote for one candidate. The voter in Abaco, in two parts of Abaco, each part could vote for three candidates.
Wow.
In Naughty Lutra, they had three representatives in Naughty Lutra and three representatives in the other part of Lutra. Each person could vote three times.
Wow.
So his vote counted for three times when the man in New Providence, Andros, in Exuma, the man could vote for two votes, two persons. So, but 1968 we accomplished one man, one vote. The struggle was never easy, but struggles are never intended to be easy. Anything worth having is worth fighting for, making great sacrifices for, and we today in this country are fortunate in that we have a history, if we learn it, if we understand it, about the nobility of our people, the courage of our people. There's a monument right across from Clifford Park where there's a little monument to the courage of 4 Bahamians who a ship had gone down beyond the bar, that's beyond the entrance into the harbor. And these men, very ordinary fellas, swam out there to save people. The people who were saved and the incident that led to the sinking of the vessel is known. The heroics of the 4 Bahamians is just barely known. It wasn't for the admiration of those men by Sir Arthur Folkes, distinguished Bahamian former Governor General, that monument probably wouldn't have been erected.
Right.
So if we Bahamians study our past, and the information is all over the place, but it's here, and discover how noble our people were, how courageous they were, how they fought, how they died, how they sacrificed much, we have something to celebrate. And And we must recognize that as the great Jamaican historian and first hero of Jamaica, Marcus Garvey, said, if you don't know your history, you are a lost people. And we in the Bahamas don't even know some of our current events sufficiently.
Right.
We don't know, for instance, that of the 15 people who went to London after a campaign that took up most of 72 and a general election where the issue was independence. And the party that I belong to, the Progressive Party, won the election decisively. The opposition under the leadership of a very distinguished Bahamian, Sir Kendall G.L. Isaacs, accepted very graciously the results of the election and joined in the discussion to prepare for the discussion in December of 72 with the British. And so in the early days of December 72, a delegation of 15 people, 11 from one side of the political divide and 4 from the other side, and the numbers are not as important as they may suggest, because all of the constitutional talks we had previously, the opposition was usually only held by 4 people, because there was a constitutional talk in 64, 69, so we had some backdrop to point at. We went over there and we got along well, and we tackled with the British dicey issue of people who had shown up here over the years, registered Government House, saying they want to maintain their British citizenship and continue to reside in the Bahamas, even though they were not in the Bahamas at the time. But we ironed it out, and so by the end of the talks in December, we pretty much persuaded the British on certain issues. We were united as a delegation. And they eventually accepted our position, and we came home just before Christmas of 72 and celebrated Christmas and New Year's, and then busily set out to prepare the nation for independence, which came later that year. This year, in a couple of days, we are going to embark on the 48th year of our existence as a sovereign state.
Right.
I think it's a good time for Bahamians to reflect on our successes, our failures, our omissions, because we all know that we omitted to address some issues quite the way the population, and particularly women, would have preferred that we then looked at it.
Right.
We didn't.
Right.
We could now. So this is an opportunity for us to reflect on what we have accomplished the last 47 years and what we could do next year, which will be when we launch the 49th. And more importantly, how we are prepared when we enter the 50th year as a sovereign state. We should get all these things. We should address all these things, deal with them in such a way that it'll make women who have gender questions happy. It'll make my brothers who are the father of children born out of wedlock happy. And it'll deal with some of the other social issues. It'll deal with the issue of our being a secular state as opposed to being a Christian state. We are a secular state that treasure our Christian principles and values.
Okay. So that's an interesting one, and one that I'm sure that many people have different thoughts on, right? The Christian community, of course, wanting it to stay as it is, many people enjoying things as they are, and then the other parts of our population that have different beliefs, wanting to see those represented as such with maybe terminology like secular. What wisdom has been shared with us today. Fully grateful for this opportunity to conduct this interview. We're going to be back with more after this commercial break.
Focal Holdings Limited is proud of its consistent growth and the financial success it continues to bring to many Bahamians who invest in the company. Focal is committed to ensuring optimal financial performance for its shareholders. Focal's leadership remains focused on superior customer service and operational excellence across all sectors. Focal, fueling growth for people.
Meet Leno, your bridge to the future. Wealth planning, investments, corporate services, trust services, pension administration, fund administration, outsourced accounting, and payroll. When you think of financial solutions, think of Leno. Local or international, company or individual, Leno can help. Our team of skilled professionals has the experience and expertise needed for you to strive. Your goals are our goals and our priority. Leno will guide you to the right financial solution with the knowledge, resources, and support you need. Give us a call at 242-396-3225 or email us at info@lenobahamas.com to get started. Visit our website, www.lenobahamas.com, for more information today. Leno, your bridge to the future.
One thing, two things, blue thing, old things, things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right, and in the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
Welcome back. The Bahamas Lawn Tennis Association has many exciting upcoming events, including the Junior Nationals starting this weekend. Here with us to tell us more is PerryNewton. He's the president of the Bahamas Lawn Tennis Association. And we also have members of the junior national team, or the junior team. And we have with us, first of all, we have Storr, we have Taiden Culmer, we have Saphirre Ferguson, and we have Patrick Mackey Jr. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas and Sunrise. Welcome back.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having us back.
Welcome all, everybody.
Good morning.
Everyone's in studio this morning. So happy to have you. It's always a privilege. Coach, so the Junior Nationals are happening this week and next week. Give us a little preview of what the competition is going to be like.
Well, this weekend we're starting with the under 8s and the under 10 category to give them a little bit of their own spotlight. Mm-hmm. And then after that, we're going to be going up to the bigger categories, under 12 through the under 18 categories. Mm-hmm. And this morning we have two of our newest competitors, Eden and Taiden, who will be competing for the first time in their respective categories.
I love that. And that's just the perfect age of, my children are around that age, and I've been wanting to get them into tennis. So I'm happy that Eden and Taiden are here to give us some insight as to what it's like playing at their level. But what are some of the strengths that the Bahamian team presents in this competition?
Well, for the competition, they present excitement. And it's a strength because when you have that motivation, it kind of propels you to keep pushing. And, they've been working hard, so they will have an opportunity now to use the things that they've been working on and to see where they're at in terms of their competitive level.
I love it. I love it. Eden, I want to ask you a question. You got your game face on. Tell us, why do you like to play tennis, and are you excited for the competition?
I like to play tennis because it's really fun. And I'm excited for the competition because I like to play.
Awesome. And that's the best thing, right? Once you enjoy the game, you're going to excel and do well. And you had your game face on all morning, so I know you're ready for this weekend. Taiden, I challenged you to a tennis match earlier. Tell us a little bit about your game and why you like to play tennis.
I like to play tennis because my brother started to play tennis first, so then I became interested and then I joined tennis.
Awesome. And how long have you been playing?
For 3 years.
Eden, how long have you been playing tennis?
For 1 year.
Awesome, and you guys both look ready. I don't know who you're going to be playing against this weekend, but I'm going to put my bet on you two to come away with the win. Coach, again, you have competitors set for the Davis Cup and the Billie Jean King Cup. What do you expect from those competitions?
The competition is going to be intense, but I think we're going to be doing really well. We have Saphirre. She's actually her first time. She's going to be competing in adult competition.
All right.
So I know she'll speak about that, but I'm excited for her because it gives her opportunity to compete against some world-class talent, talent that she won't be able to see every day, even on the junior tour. So she has the opportunity to compete against some really talented players. For the men, I got word that our player captain Marvin Rolle, he's going to be receiving a special award this Davis Cup for his commitment. I think I'm kind of preempting it, but it's exciting. He's been doing it for a very long time. He's being committed to the country, to the team, and from the time I've been working with him, he has a real dedication to the sport and to the country, and just trying to put the best team forward to represent the country. So we're expecting a lot of good things. It's very intense. It's not a joke competition. You have some of the best talent from the region that will be competing. So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be first in Paraguay, and then it's in the DR. So hopefully they'll have an opportunity to practice some Spanish as well when they get there.
Yeah, we'll have to test them when they get back. So Saphirre, he mentioned that you'll be competing at this level for the first time. Give us a little background on your history with tennis. How did you get involved, and what are you looking forward to with this competition?
My grandfather got me and my cousin into tennis from we were like maybe 7 or 8, and at first I don't really think I was interested, but then I started to like it. Yeah, I've been playing tennis from then, but I'm excited for the tournament. I mean, it's kind of nerve-wracking because it's a bunch of older players I'm playing against, but I mean, it's good for the experience part because, like he said, I don't get to see that every day, so I'm excited.
Yeah, and the better and tougher competition you play, the better you get. And so don't worry about the age. Age ain't nothing but a number. It's a skill and the grit. So Patrick, tell us about your history with tennis. How did you get involved, and what are you looking forward to in your competition?
Well, tennis kind of runs in my family. My dad used to play, but he doesn't anymore. Then he taught my sister how to play, and I started learning at 5 years old. I've been playing since then.
Awesome. And what are you looking forward to with the competition?
I just hope I play well and remember to make my most important shots.
Yeah. And what is your favorite shot? We were talking a little bit before we started. What's your favorite stroke?
Usually my best shot is my forehand because it usually never fails.
Yeah, never fails. I love it. You gotta have that dependable stroke. Saphirre, tell me, what's the slam dunk or the alley oop of tennis? What's the big shot that you want to go for in the game to kind of drop the mic against your opponent? Right?
I would say it out of your overhead, or like my backhand cross court.
The backhand cross court. That even sound hard, right? So, Coach, again, tell us about the International Tennis Federation's Junkanoo Bowl that's going to be happening in late June.
Well, this for us will be the first time we would have had this tournament since COVID. So since 2019, we're excited about it, and I use the word excited a lot. But it gives our players an opportunity to have an opportunity to play international tournaments at home. It's usually very costly for them to travel to different countries to compete. So by having tournaments of this caliber here, they can save on the expense. They can have the opportunity to get the much coveted ranking points and try and better their standing in the international arena.
And we're always looking forward to these international events, being exposed, to world-class players. Anything else we should know about the competition?
Well, it's open to all. It's free, no entry, and you come out and support the local athletes to try and get them through the home court. And it does make a difference. I remember one year we had a summer camp going on, and the summer kids were cheering for some players, and then they went on lunch, and then the momentum kind of dropped, and the player in his interview said, man, it was like playing the whole country. And he was losing until the support went. So the support definitely makes a difference.
Yep.
It truly makes a difference. One thing I can add, we wanted to show the different levels.
Yes.
Each one of these players said that they started at 5 years old, or they started at 6 or 7. And basically, he said he started at 3, so he would have started when he was 4 years old, and she would have started when she was 5. Because you're 6 now, right? And so you can see the progression from junior red ball to juniors playing adult tournaments at 16, 15 years old. So, it's definitely a path, college, professional, and you can start at any age, but as you can see, the competition starts from very young.
So Eden and Tatum, are you going to tell your friends to come out and support you this weekend when you guys play?
Yes.
Yes. And would you, you're going to tell your friends to come out?
Yes.
And would you encourage other children your age to get into tennis?
Yes.
Yes. You got that game face. I am intimidated. And I guess, Saphirre, tell our viewers or anyone that's in your age bracket, what type of dedication does it take to be a tennis player? And the same question to you, Patrick.
Honestly, it is a lot of dedication, but at the same time, while you're training and being focused, you have to make sure you enjoy it. Can't get to the point where you're just working and you're just like, oh, I'm tired of this. But it does take a lot of hard work and dedication, because when you're on the court, it has to represent you playing in a tournament. So you can't go to practice and be lazy and all of that, and then expect something to be different in a tournament.
So you put in the work and get the results.
Yeah.
Patrick, any word of advice for anyone wanting to be like you and play tennis?
Well, to be really good, you have to make sure you're dedicated and try to practice every day. And if you want to see what you're doing wrong, watch from professionals, because they know where it comes from.
There you go. That's a word from the wise. And a word to the wise is sufficient. So I'd like to thank you all for being here this morning. Next time you got to bring the racket so I could take on Tatum, because he's looking at me, giving me the eye. And so I'd like to thank you all for being here this morning. Good luck on your upcoming competitions, and we look forward to great things from you all and the BLTA in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being here. You're watching Moms at Sunrise. We'll be right back. Thank you all for being here. You're watching Moms at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
The islands of the Bahamas. Fly away.
Andrus Business Outlook is coming to the Big Yard, Thursday, June 15th at BAMSI. We convene under the theme, Forward, Upward, Onward, Together, in celebration of the nation's 50th anniversary of independence. Keynote address by Leon Lundy, Member of Parliament for Central, South Andros, and Mangrove Key. Our moderators are Mark Daniels and Benjamin Pratt. Speakers are Latia Duncombe, Alancia Emmanuel Gator, Dr. Bernal Cardron, Dr. Gregory Miller, Prescott Smith, Dr. Dramiko Boleg, Valentino Munro, Sheandra Newton, Edison Sumner, Dr. Ravina Hanna, Rory Major, and Samaya Cargill. We will also have a panel discussion featuring Kerry Fountain, Lakeisha Anderson Rolle, Matthew Aubrey, and Darren Bethel. Don't miss this valuable networking opportunity. Register today at tclevents.com.
Well, it has been a great show today on Bahamas at Sunrise. But we'll see whether or not it's a wet Friday. I'm not sure if I'm willing to die on this hill, but we hope that whether it's sunny or filled with rain, that you have a fantastic weekend. We're excited. We have, it's not happening this week, but make sure to make plans to be at the One Sound conference and concert happening next weekend at Evangelistic Temple. I guess you might want to make plans to be inside just in case Godfrey's right, to have a nice cozy weekend indoors.
Wear your closed-toe shoes, eh?
You might want to get an umbrella.
Exactly. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Stay dry, be productive, take some time to relax, spend some time with family, and we'll see you all on Monday. Thanks again.